I'm trying to reach level 60 on Classic Hardcore using only crafted items. That means any gear I want to use, any potion or even bags have to be made using professions. Anytime I gather or craft an item, the item is now unlocked, letting me trade it freely on the auction house. Last time, we spent hours setting ourselves up for success, going through herbalism and alchemy to unlock elixirs and potions, as well as some linen bags through tailoring. We ended up settling with engineering for the insane value the NG-only items provide, and blacksmithing, as it will remain our main source of gear, and leveling it is extremely expensive. But now, we have everything in terms of consumables and a weapon completely up to date, and we can proceed to finally start blasting some levels, after level 13 taking 6 whole hours. Or actually, we can't. At the end of last episode, I fished for some trunks and considered the items contained within the trunk to be unlocked. This is being changed. The items from these trunks are just too good to be considered unlocks, as it will devalue massive portions of this challenge. This means that any item I received from the trunks are no longer unlocked, and in turn, the medium leather we got from the auction house is cheating. So, our weapon is no longer usable. Still, an item doesn't need to be unlocked to be used for crafting, like any cloth or meat, but it does prevent me from buying it from the auction house. So to remedy this and be able to use our weapon, I made my way back to Darkshore in an attempt to get my hands on one additional leather. Oh, let's go. I was gonna do multiple, but this took so long. Okay, I found the medium leather. Delete it. Okay, I can equip my weapon again. Woohoo. Okay, let's hope I don't instantly die, yeah? I feel like I have to remember that I'm a warrior when I'm pulling stuff. This might be a bit too close. I don't love these fights I'm taking. I feel like something could very easily go wrong. Of course it won't. I'm built different. Insane level up. Yeah, we're kind of strong, you know? Good weapon. While it's all fun and games right now, this is very much our reward for taking the time to craft our items. But this power will rapidly fade. Unlike other characters, our gear has no way of naturally scaling with our level from drops or quest rewards, and the gear slots available to us are somewhat limited. For instance, we will never wear any rings or necklaces. This means we need to keep the slots we do have constantly upgraded. And with that comes our new goal, level 26. This level is probably the biggest power spike we will ever see. First of all, it comes with a huge weapon upgrade, the solid iron maul. Weapon upgrades are basically what will dictate the pacing of our professions. No other upgrades will ever be as important as this slot. 1 damage per second on a weapon is the equivalent to 14 attack power. This means going from our current heavy copper broadsword to the maul is around 120 attack power or 60 strength. More than all other gear I will craft combined. This is not to say that gear doesn't matter. The amount of pieces we will be able to acquire alongside the weapon is monumental, but so is the grind that comes with it. We will have to completely re-level mining from scratch, get blacksmithing all the way up to 155, and, due to a slight miscalculation, kill potentially hundreds of murlocs. But for now, the only focus is level 26. And we can enjoy the power our new gear and engineering brings, at least for a while. Damn, we kind of blew through that rested. Our XP rates are insane. Is this what it feels like to not play melee mage? Oh, look at these items, they're so good. We can't use any of them though. What's super important to know as a warrior is that Demo Shout is like insanely powerful. Like this Murloc is hitting me for 12. I do a Demo Shout, it's now hitting me for 9. Basically like a 30% damage reduction. Holy shit, do they actually sell for this much? 30 silver each? What? I'm rich. Speaking of big upgrades, here I am in my bed playing some classic hardcore on my phone. Not just any phone, but on today's sponsor, the Red Magic 11 Pro. It's the world's first mass-produced smartphone with liquid cooling, 95.3% screen-to-body ratio, and look, it even lays flat with no camera bumps. I mean, it can even run my game deep into endless. Poorly optimized games aside, what really puts this phone on top, besides, everything here, is the plugin library. This is the most insane feature I've ever seen, and one that I've been abusing a lot ever since I got my hands on a Red Magic phone. The library has tons of features to give you a competitive edge, but probably more importantly for me, it opens up so many customization options. Mobile games are usually pretty limited in how they allow you to customize your UI, binds, etc. This is no longer an issue, because with this I can force change aspect ratio, I can duplicate parts of my screen to reach them easier or for better interactivity because they are fully interactive, and I can even remap keys if the game doesn't allow it, letting me basically choose whatever setup I want. Aside from customability, it offers a range of features like 4D vibration, enhanced footsteps, full custom motion controls if you're into that. The list honestly just goes on and on. Screen recordings, flexible recordings. The Red Magic 11 Pro really is the definition of cutting edge, not only in hardware, but also software. These guys are producing new, truly innovative phones faster than I produce videos, and that probably says something. Now, you could wait 10 years for others to catch up, or you could simply click my link in the description and check out the Red Magic 11 Pro for yourself. I've been looking at recipes. It's not gonna become easier. Because like, for example, just look at the shoulders, right? We can craft this from trainer, but all of these is like a recipe drop, which isn't great for us. Like, how do we even get those? We just have to get lucky. A lot of craftable items are locked behind blacksmithing plants. While some are available from vendors, a large majority of them are random drops out in the world. This would be okay if they were decently reliable to obtain. But these droppable recipes are not intended for a single man to receive. They're intended to be traded. Most of them have obscene drop rates and average like a 1 in 10,000 from eligible enemies, which means if I wanted to target one, I would probably gain 20 levels before getting it. Yeah, some upgrades will be far and few between, but I mean, there are slots. So let's take boots for example, yeah? Level 21, I can craft the silver bronze boots, which will last me until level 42 for the heavy mithril boots. And then we use that until 54 when we get the imperial plate boots. I'm a bit more worried about weapons though. Actually, maybe I should be a lot more worried about weapons. Oh, let's go. I think that's actually kinda rare, but I'm gonna have to stock up on them. I feel like our linen bags are already hitting capacity. I mean, especially with all these potions lying around. Well, better get used to it, because this is what we'll have to 60. Oh. Yeah, I think this server might be a bit dead, considering there's only 26 people total online. Although it's 6 AM on a weekday, but still. I have a bit of a confession. We are currently not located on the new, fresh, hardcore anniversary realms. And instead we are stuck on Stitches, which is an original hardcore realm. Why? Because episode 1 was recorded almost a year ago. Since we are basically never going to run a dungeon and are mostly self-sustained, this isn't really too much of a problem other than in regards to the economy. With the unlock system, the plan was to easily re-level certain professions when we have to drop them and re-pick them, and also use the auction house to sustain our gold. This is now going to be a little bit more difficult, because the server is close to dead. But in the end, if we're ever missing material, we can always just gather them. Albeit with a potential massive amount of extra hours invested, but for you guys that won't even matter, right? I'll just edit right through it. It just means more time spent for me. Damn, Warrior really gets no fun abilities until like level 40, huh? Oh well, so we gotta reach level 40. Ding. I mean, I took a quick look at some more stuff. It seems like we'll be using the runed copper belt until level 50. I mean, it's a good belt. So looking into it, there are definitely heavy incentives for me to look into leatherworking. I mean, there are some slots that are basically completely unavailable until extremely late levels for blacksmithing. I think it has to be like a sort of one-time thing, and I have to decide what level I choose to work and leatherworking. I mean, to get a cloak, to get a belt, and there's probably a lot more stuff, like a good pair of shoulders. Okay, so I said there's nothing interesting until like level 40, but 20 is actually a decent level. Okay, I can get up here, and I will get up here. I will resume my thought after. Yeah, I told you. Okay, level 20. Cleave. That's pretty good. And then retaliation, in case something goes really bad. Warriors are, for a lack of better words, piss weak for huge portions of leveling. This is in very large part due to your main source of damage being your weapon. But the only weapon-based ability we have is Overpower, which has a hefty requirement to use, considering your enemy first needs to specifically dodge an attack. And dodge chance of enemies will mostly be around 5%, but usually even lower. There's also Heroic Strike, but it's not an extra attack. It just adds damage on your next swing and also leads to a massive rage deficit. Since not only does it cost rage, it removes the rage you would gain from that auto attack. This leaves us with abilities such as Sunder Armor or Rend to spend our rage on until like level 36, where we get our first actual weapon damage ability, Whirlwind. Bro, there's not even 50 people on the server, but of course one of them is here doing this quest. Why this quest? Can't it be any other in the history of World of Warcraft? What the fuck was that? Well, I hope I'm not dead. What just happened? Come on, get me into the game. It's like the first disconnect I've ever had. Oh, I'm fine. Jesus. I was so close to that. Oh, scary. Okay, one thing I don't love about our setup, which I'm trying to remedy, is that I leveled engineering. I have access to all of these things, but I haven't made target dummies. Like, out of any class, warriors benefit so much from target dummies because, I mean, you really can't do anything if something goes wrong. Like, you have your potions, you have maybe hamstring, but target dummy is like so insane, so I should capitalize on just having them at least while I still got engineering. Especially since every level I gain, I'm just getting weaker and weaker, man. Oh yeah, I can't even use these armor kits. I was contemplating what to use them on, but I don't know, crafted them from a quest. I haven't even done dead mines this time around. I'm at such a high level. I guess it's just the rested XP, considering I haven't played for a year. But you know, still, it's good. I guess it's time for the absent-minded prospector. I've kind of run out of food, which isn't amazing, but you know, it's fine. Now, I've done this quest before as a mage using no spells whatsoever, so surely I should be able to as a warrior, right? The logistics of keeping the guy alive can be difficult at times. What? Only one guy? Oh, is it random? Well, that makes this quest a lot easier. What the hell? Okay. Not too bad. I always keep a lot of like lower tier healing potions on me, but I end up never using them because I feel like using them is actually like a bait. Like, for example, if you slam a low healing potion because it's like, yeah, whatever, I have many, but then it turns out you actually needed more healing, you're gonna be on cooldown, which means it's probably always better to just slam the good ones in any situation where you might want to use one anyways. And since I can buy these from the auction house now, like, I shouldn't have any small ones on me anyways, but I'll keep a few in case I run out at a bad time. Thank God I got NG, man. Having a gun is crucial. Okay, 3 difficult ones done. Only the easy one left. Yo-ho. Okay, so I'm actually not sure what to spec here, but I'm guessing improved rend. Yeah, this is where I retail. Retail's kind of strong, huh? Jesus. Okay, by the way, one thing I didn't know is that apparently your health regeneration from spirit is increased by 33% while sitting down. What the hell? Okay, so let's see. I regen 28, and if I sit, yeah, I mean, it's like 40. What the? I had no idea. So even if I'm out of food, I should still be sitting down. Okay, finally. It's time for the big turn-in.
Elune be with you. The shark
Ding. Okay, so level 22 is actually a pretty significant level. I just could have trained it earlier, but I was on a roll, so I didn't. But a new rank of Sungler armor doubles the output of it, which is very strong. So also new battle shout, 15 more attack power, and intimidating shout if I ever need to fear. Okay, 19,200 XP per hour, 3.2 hours, a pretty good session. 3 levels left until the crafting grind begins. Found me some wreckage. 2 trunks. Oh, why? What's interesting though, I got bolts of silk cloth from that, which makes me think I can also get heavy leather, and heavy leather is something I will need in the future. I think that's the first health pot I had to use. Oh, there's so much floating wreckage here. This is great. Rumsey Rum Dark. That's 10 stamina. That's kind of insane. Yeah, I mean, this place is insane for fishing now. Rumsey Rum are various consumable drops you can fish from floating wreckage. And while they don't last awfully long, they do grant a significant amount of stamina. Since they are actually fished directly and not from any trunks, they are unlocks and I can use them, making it one of the better things I can get from fishing. 2 left. Kind of a big level because we unlock Execute. Execute isn't always the best to use it all your rage, but it's very efficient at only 15 rage. It's 15 rage, 125 damage. And also a new demo shout and a new heroic strike, pretty decent. 4 fishes. 4 fish. What? Yo, heavy leather. Oh, perfect. I think I only needed 2. At this point, we are only 1.5 level away from the goal, having kept a pretty respectable pace. But I'm gonna be honest, I was getting a little bit tired of hitting these small, weak-ass numbers, and wanted 26 to come as soon as possible. So I decided to lock in for a little 9-hour session, set on completing the entire grind right here and now. Hey, can you bleed undead? Damn. Who would have thought? Silva? Yo, get out of my way, what the? Oh, this looks like it might have frost armor. Oh, well now it definitely does. Oh, we reached the 30-hour mark, I didn't even notice. And not too quick this one either. Yo, I'm killing that. Level 26, are you kidding me? Oh no, should have done this last. If only there was a keybind to sit down. Shift X, seems good. Buff? Yo.
How generous.
Yo, even remember my curse. What a guy. It was probably the only other guy in Duskwood. Yeah. Holy.
Hello.
Can you bleed elementals? Oh. But what can you bleed in this game? Oh, curse, please. No. Hopefully the druid's around again. Oh. He is. Did you go AFK just now? Come on, see the curse.
Much appreciated.
Yes. Jesus Christ. 1,100 HP. Ah, how hard can it be? Yo. Bro, what? Why does that happen? Is it always when I try to loot something? Actually, I think I know what it is. Oh. I hope I'm not dead. Okay. I'm assuming it's I have 2 auto loot add-ons on. The go-go loot is on. I think that's what's going wrong. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't like camping this slow if they have some sort of execute or extra hit. But they're so low level. I'll take the risk. I mean, what do I have to lose? Oh. No, that's so good. Oh well. Okay, mobs in Classic only leash from the first mob you pulled. So if I pull the grunt here, I should only get these 2. Hopefully. Yeah. So this area is incredibly dangerous for warriors. You have stealth mobs, which slow your attack speed and slow you heavily. And then you also have mages, I think with frost armor, that deal an insane amount of damage. Whoa, what the fuck? I don't like that. Oh, stop casting, bro. Reset. They can see me through the window? I don't think I've ever had that problem before because I'm always a gnome.
You need something?
Ding. Run. With the crafting grind closing in on the horizon, there are a few things you should know. Firstly, we're going to have to drop engineering in favor of mining, rendering our helm, target dummies, and explosives useless. The reason we can't just buy our way to our items is that we require iron, a resource currently not unlocked, on top of a few gemstones we haven't managed to pick up yet. This means at the very least we need to get our mining up to 125, which indeed does sound a bit tedious, but the purpose of it is actually twofold. Blacksmithing requires an obscene amount of raw material to level, and with how dwindling my economy has been, this lets us save valuable cash at the same time. The second point, while most of my recipes will come straight off the trainer, some recipes are not as easy as just walking up to a capital city and getting them. And as I said previously, most dropped from enemies are virtually out of reach. But this leaves us with recipes accessed from vendors, and Solid Iron Maul is one such item. In fact, this isn't the only weapon we'll have to access in this way. Okay, I have made it through here on like a level 2 or something. So a level 26 shouldn't be that bad, but you know, still playing it safe. Okay, hopefully this guy has it.
I have the finest wires in the land.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, these are the wrong pearls I have? Uh-oh. This teensy tiny miscalculation of what type of pearl we needed was actually way worse than at first glance. The iridescent pearl can drop from a variety of sources, but the only viable for us comes from thick-shelled clams, at about a 3% drop rate. To get these clams, we can kill murlocs, and the ones in our level range have a 33% chance to drop them. So, for a single pearl, we have to kill, on average, 100 murlocs, and we need 2. But we can't make any progress towards any item without the proper mining level. So before anything else, let's get started on that. Okay, goodbye, engineering.
Okay, good.
Okay, 35 minutes into this level, we begin the grind. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, that's the correct level. I just need to find some iron. And I think I know where to go. Yep, this has been here for like 2 hours. And I got the heavy stone as well. Perfect. So much. Oh, 4 mines as well. Okay, that was great. We did great. 3.5 hours later, we had all the mining unlocks required to make our new set of gear, including a lesser moonstone from earlier. Oh, let's fucking go. That's perfect. To craft each of the 7 incoming upgrades, we need a total of 155 blacksmithing. While we have an abundance of material from our grind, we are going to have to make a dent in our precious funds during some points to make it through the 55 skill points we need to attain. Okay, first upgrade coming in. Plus 5 strength. Second upgrade coming in. Okay, so before the new gear, we're sitting at 24.9 DPS. Let's see what I can get up to. Actually, let's check what our armor is as well. 539, and that is abhorrent. Absolutely horrible. Let's upgrade number 3. Okay, and that's all the smithing levels we need for now.
Great to meet you. Off with you.
Big crafting coming. Even bigger crafting coming. Sheesh. Now we only have 1 left. Only 1 left. How bad could it be? To start off, I gave giant clams a try. Giant clams are a non-combat way to receive pearls, and they're scattered amongst the depths alongside coasts of some zones, with a slightly higher drop chance than others at 5%. I eventually gave up on the strategy though, as even with a slightly high drop chance, they are just way too few and far between to be worth considering. And since our gear is only one item away from being complete anyways, killing stuff shouldn't pose too much of a problem. We also only needed a few points of weapon skill to truly understand the power of our new gear. Okay, this is some weapon skill sorted, and I mean, I'm kind of slamming these trogs. Look at this auto attack damage. Oh. Wow. Jesus Christ, and we're not even done. That's the thing. Not even done. Bam! Jesus. As soon as the skill points were sorted, we flew over to wetlands to begin the grind. We need 2 iridescent pearls. So, on average, we need to kill around 200 murlocs. This may sound a bit daunting, but with our new gear, it's actually not gonna be that bad. And there are a multitude of additional reasons why this grind will be very beneficial for our character. For one, the clams themselves. With the 200 clams about to be opened, it also gives us access to 200 tangy clam meat. Goblin devil clams are a 6 stamina buff food, and it's also learned straight from a trainer, meaning 200 clams is easily going to sort out our cooking needs for days to come. Secondly, I previously stated this. Okay, so I'm like perfectly caught up to the guide now. I don't love, that means we're no longer like one level ahead. Each murloc will give us anywhere from 95 to 140 experience. And with 200 kills, that is gonna put us well into the 39k experience we need to level up. So all in all, not a bad grind to embark on. Okay, this session has 7.5 hours. I'm 6 hours into this grind. I've been up for like 24 hours. I think it's time for a little break. Oh, break. Yo, I've almost farmed half a level from the murlocs. Oh, it's good. Gets me ahead of the guide. Holy shit, what a clam. Both pearls? Oh, wait, I got both pearls in... again? What? That's not supposed to happen, is it? What the fuck? Okay, well... we're done. Here we go. Oh... damn. 38.1 DPS. I mean, we practically doubled it, right? More than 7 hours later, we have completely finished our level 26 gear set. To compare, before the grind we had 24.9 DPS, 706 health and 539 armor, which gives 17.1% damage reduction, giving us an effective health pool of 851 against physical damage. Now, we are sitting at a whopping 38.1 DPS, with 996 health and 1012 armor, clocking in at 27.9% damage reduction, at an effective health of 1400 against physical. From the damage increase to our overall survivability skyrocketing, it's safe to say we are almost twice as strong, which should set us up very nicely for the upcoming levels, where we seek to grab a few additional upgrades along the way. But with viable crafting gear getting farther and fewer between, most being locked behind forsakenly low drop rate recipes, we're gonna have to look into additional options for the road ahead.